Well, good morning and happy Friday. And it actually is Friday because yesterday I said, "Welcome to Friday," and it was Thursday. That's what happens when I no longer work 5 days a week and I work on different days. And then the other days I'm in here just working with spirit, co creating. Other days just chilling and spirit's just dropping stuff in my lap. And so I didn't know what day it was. So thank you for being here with me today. Thank you for those of you who have traveled with me throughout this week. Thank you for those that, since I began, this is actually my anniversary month where I began Tarot Talk with Minnassa, the Diva of Divination. I think it was the first Saturday in February, and it has evolved and grown into Minnassa Wellness. And I'm glad that you're here today. And so on Friday, it's really Friday. So we have made it, as always. I welcome you to Mindful Mornings with Minnassa. And today's reading comes from Science of Mind. Each month they have a different Science of Mind minister write the guides. And this month they have this is how I met this man, because he wrote last year. Reverend Raymond Anderson, Reverend Dr. Raymond Anderson is doing, I sat down late, but whatevs, to open up my Science of Mind, and I saw that he did the guides, and I texted him. I'm like, I just found out my favorite person wrote the guides this month. And so that's how we ended up touching base and getting to interact with each other last year, because I just enjoyed so much what he wrote. And so his topic this month is curiosity. And so I am reading today the Tao of George the Curious. Begins with this quote from Albert Einstein from Life magazine. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existence. One cannot help but be in awe when he contemplates the mysteries of eternity, of life, of the marvelous structure of reality. And this next quote is from Ernest Holmes, Living Without Fear. If we were to further inquire of our imagination what the ultimate purpose of evolution is, the most logical answer it could give would be that the purpose of life is to produce beings who can consciously operate with it. End of all the quotes. Many a child has grown up with the trials and tribulations of Curious George, the playfully curious monkey that was always getting into trouble. For some, his adventures served as an admonition, warning us to be less curious, lest we, like George, get into trouble time after time. This, however, is not the ultimate lesson afforded us in the metaphysical exegesis of George. George invites us into greater levels of curiosity. It is in our commitment to seeking, finding, evolving that we find and can live our spiritual magnificence. George and his friend, the man in the yellow hat, are archetypes of balance of yin and yang. They temper one another and offer lessons on living in harmony, offering forgiveness and having compassion. What made George curious? Was it not his desire to learn, to explore, and to understand not only the object of his curiosity, but himself as well in relation to the vast adventures he embarked on? The way of spirit is the way of ever increasing expansiveness, and as such, there is no place for playing small. And as such, there is no space for playing small. That is not our nature, no matter how much we try to conform to the paradigms handed down to us. George, the Bodhisattva of curiosity, offers us a new path forward. He offers us the courage to take that class, go on the retreat, write that book, and more. Consider all the vast innovations born as a result of being curious, asking questions, and being willing to explore life. And the affirmation is, today I explore the depths of my being. I show up in the world as the Bodhisattva of curiosity. Raymond, thank you for your wisdom. And I don't know what more to add to that. Be curious. But that line, now that I close the magazine, let me find it again. This line, to me, the most powerful. Where is it at? There is no place for playing small. That is not our nature. Wisdom, inspiration, and truth. I am so glad that you joined me here today, bringing your essence, your love, your light to this sacred space. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you on Monday.